Happy New Year, everybody! I'm on a street by myself. Everyone's still asleep. So last night was New Year's Eve, and yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but there's like debris all over the ground. Like right there, that's all fireworks. Like right there as well too. That's all fireworks. So people just set fireworks up just on the streets over here. Listen to streets. So we live in one of these buildings and it gets really loud. It gets really loud at night. Oh, and there's the church. Yeah, I woke up at 3 AM to a sound of firework. Sumo did pretty good for the amount of fireworks that was like being lit off yesterday night. He started getting a little nervous around midnight. That's when like all the fireworks went off. And but he managed to like go to bed around 12:30 when things were a little bit quieter. But throughout the night, whenever a big one would go off, he will like jolt up, and that would wake me up because I'm such a light sleeper. But it's okay, he wasn't shaking or anything, and he would still take treats. So pretty good for a dog who doesn't see fireworks to this extent, at least in close proximity. It's never this close for us. So there's Andrew. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
You want to wish everyone a Happy New Year?
Happy New Year's, everybody.
We are on our way to Italy right now. We're gonna be there for 4 nights and 5 days. Yeah, something like that. We're gonna visit Venice, Bologna, and Verona. Yeah, it's gonna be a 6.5 hour drive to Venice. That's the closest. That's our first stop, and then we're gonna stay there for 2 nights, and then head to Bologna for 1 night, and then Verona for 1 night, and then we'll head home after that. So total of 4 nights and 5 days. And of course, we're taking you guys with us. Let's go! Decided to have a heyday with it. Sumo! Yeah. 1.5 to go before we reach our Airbnb. We are staying in an Airbnb in Venice, in Bologna, and then in Verona I booked a hotel, which is not like, it's not a full service hotel kind of thing, it's like a guest house they call it. So kind of it's like a Airbnb and hotel mixture kind of thing. So see how it goes. And the moment that we crossed the Italian border, we noticed there's a change in like driving, I don't want to say ability, maybe driving habits. Would you agree? Habit? Yeah, there's like, people are just a little bit more reckless. Like they change lanes without signaling, or like they'll straddle your lane, so it seems like they want to come into it, but they're not. So, and it's funny because like I looked up Italian drivers, like just like memes kind of thing, and there's an article that came up and it said Italians are the most reckless drivers in Europe, and I kind of see it now. We were at a rest stop too, and Sumo and I were walking on like a pathway. It's not a sidewalk or anything, it's just a pathway, but for pedestrians only, and this guy starts backing up on it out of nowhere with like no regards to us. I'm like, okay, so watch yourselves when you're walking around in Italy, because I think Italian drivers are a little bit more I don't want to say reckless, or maybe like careless. Yeah, they're a little bit more careless. Yeah. Hang on, gotta feed Andrew some water. Okay, if you thought that tolls in the US and Canada were expensive, you have not paid anything in Europe. We had to pick up this ticket upon entry to Italy. So like the second that we crossed our border, there was a toll booth and we had to take this ticket. And I just Googled how this works, and basically it multiplies the kilometers that, like, it goes by the kilometers you've traveled and like the different classes of vehicles. So we are class A because we're just a small car, and based on Google, or based on this, hang on, we are class A, and I entered our entry point and our exit points, and we had to pay 29 euros upon exit. That's so expensive. And on top of that, we paid a 9 euro toll in Austria. And we bought this thing. This is a vignetti. You can't see right now because of the lighting, but it's a vignetti. It's called vignetti. Yeah, it's a vignetti, and basically you need one of these in order to be able to drive in Austria, right?
In the Autobahn.
On the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive. So 9 euros, that's 18 euros plus 30 euros. That's a 50-euro day. Holy.
Not including gas.
How much did we spend on gas?
75 euros.
75 euros? We might have been better off just taking the train then.
Too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now. We'll have to figure this out next time. I didn't know tolls were this expensive in Italy. That's like a sticker shock for me.
We're getting off.
Oh, we're getting off now. So it'll be interesting to see if it's actually 29 euros. Maybe like they'll be generous and be like, oh, it's New Year's Day, there's a 50% off discount. I highly doubt it, considering Europe doesn't even give you free water. Yeah, I'm still sticker shocked. I honestly thought driving would be an affordable way of getting around in Europe, but I guess not.
Just not Italy.
West Europe ain't cheap. Okay, how does this work?
Okay, so card.
There's an English button up top if you want to tap.
Prima il biglietto e poi la tessera.
What?
We don't speak Italian.
Introdurre la tessera.
26.10. We got a little bit of a discount compared to online.
Introdurre la tessera. Ritirare la tessera. Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, we just checked into our Airbnb. We spent about like half an hour talking to the host. He was showing us around the Airbnb and like suggestions around the area. So gonna give you guys a tour now. So this is the door. This is the door. So you walk in through here and it's a living space. Sumo. Hey, Sumo, come. Sumo. Okay, so you walk and this is the lift. So this is the door behind me. And you walk in and this is the living space. So there's a dining area, a couch, TV, a somewhat full-size fridge. It's much bigger than our fridge in Germany. And a kitchenette area. So we can cook, and there's a dishwasher as well. And then you come into here, it's 2 bedrooms. So there's 1 and 2, and they're pretty big for European standard. I think they're actually quite big. The bed looks massive too. And it is a pet-friendly Airbnb. He did ask us to keep the dog off the furniture, so which is no problem for us. We'll just have Sumo sleep in his bed. Hey, what are you sniffing? Yeah, so I think we're gonna sleep in this room, just because it's a little bit brighter and I like brighter places. And this is the bathroom, so full-size standing shower, which is perfect for us. Bidet, toilet, sink. So it is spotless in here. Everything is spotless in here. I'm really pleased with it. And the best part of it, it's free parking. It comes with a parking space. Here, I'll show you guys. Sit. Okay, no, don't sit then. Screw you. Stay. So this is like our patio area. So we drive in through here and we park our car here. And this whole patio space is ours, and you can fit up to 2. It looks like you can fit up to 2 cars. It's all fenced and everything as well too, so it's perfect for us. Yeah. Really like this Airbnb. Do you like it, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Izumo, do you like it here? So this big chicken wants to leave. We just got here, buddy. The Airbnb host had a diffuser on for about an hour, so it was set on a timer, and then when it turns off, it made like a beep. And if you know Sumo, he hates beeps. He hates them. So he started shaking. So he started shaking and panting. Well, he's not panting anymore. Pacing around, and he sat by the door and it just started like shaking, like he really wants to go out. Sumo, we're here for 2 nights. Can you suck it up, buddy? Please and thank you. Restaurant, and this is what I'm having, the black squid pasta. Apparently it's like a Venetian specialty. And Andrew's having...
No, it's a stockfish. I don't know what stockfish means.
It's tomato based with, what is that, polenta?
Yeah, with the polenta, with fish. Yeah.
It smells good. This is intimidating, but I read online that it's one of those like you must try. It's really salty. Looks good. I like it. But it's just really salty. So we're back at our Airbnb now. We're probably just gonna call it a night. It's actually quite cold outside. Like the fog started to roll in, and the cold is like a damp cold, so it feels a lot colder than it really is. I think the temperature is only about, 1 second, like 2 degrees? Yeah, 2 degrees. So technically speaking, it's not that cold. But it feels a lot colder than 2 degrees. Anyways, so a little bit of a culture shock for me. At the restaurant that we had just had dinner at the bottom of the menu, they had something called a coverage fee or a coverage charge or something like that, along the lines of that. It was €2 per person. And we're like, okay, so is that our tip for you? And apparently it's not. It's basically like just €2 they charge you for dining in, and it covers like the bread and everything, and tip is on top of that. So it's such a shock to me, because basically whatever you order on the menu, you're adding €2 to it, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. But then when you're adding tip as well, it's like, really, is your service really worth that money? Because it's like €2 for the 2 of us, which is €4, and then like our tip is probably going to be about like 10 to 15% of the bill. So say if we have a €30 bill, then it's going to be like a €5 tip. So €5 plus another 4, that's like a €9 tip rate. That's like a €9 surcharge right there on top of our meals. And yeah, it's such a shocker that like they charge you. To me, it's such a shocker that they charge you just to like eat in there, and it's €2 per person, regardless if you order like a whole meal or if you just order drinks. So it's, yeah, for me it was surreal. And so people who complain about like tipping in Canada, it's not that bad compared to here. But yeah, it's crazy how they have a surcharge of €2, and apparently it's very common in a lot of restaurants. Typically it runs between €1 to €3 per person, but then apparently some people have reported that they've seen as high as €5 per person surcharge. So that, I don't know what kind of restaurant that is, but it's way too posh for my taste. Even €2 per person, I think it's way too posh for my taste already, because it's like the second you sit down, there's €2 on the bill already. It's so crazy. But anyways, we are here now, and we'll just make the best out of it. So anyways, See you guys tomorrow.